Are you preparing for UPSC or state PSCs? Struggling with Indian economy? Let's crack the fundamentals with latest economic survey and budget. Hello, welcome to Dr. Sagar Sir classes on Indian economy. Myself Dr. Sagar. So let's start with the fundamentals, the fundamental concepts about national income. So in this video, I am going to brief you brief history and how NS was linked to national income concepts and what is the GDP definition. So first let's move to the history part. So here we have Dadabhai Nauroji. So he is called as the Grand Old Man of India. He has written a book called Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. So in this book, he is the first to estimate national income. So that is 340 crore as a national income and per capita income as 20 rupees. So this is done in the financial year 1867 and 68. Next we have V.K. R.V. Rao, and he has written a thesis called PhD thesis called The National Income of British India during 1931 and 1932. So in this PhD thesis, he estimated national income scientifically. So next we have the National Income Committee 1949, and this was headed by P.C. Mahalanobis, and other members of this committee were D.R. Godgill and V.K. R.V. Rao. So who calculates national income in India? So before 2019 was one scenario and after 2019 is other part. Let's see the before 19 what has to be done, what has done. Before 2019, Central Statistical Office was there, and this used to take care of computation of GDP, GSDP, IIP, ASI, CPI, rural, urban, all India, and apart from that economic census also looked after by the CSO. So here we have other office called NSSO, that is National Sample Survey Office, and this office used to collect data required for computation of these national income measures, right? So not only this, it used to do so annual survey of industries and rural urban prices related, and the other data required for CSO's computation. Now two things we need to note here. So CSO used to compute the national income measures, whereas NSSO, other office, that is NSSO, is used to collect the data required. So these are the two different tasks and two different offices were performing. So when it comes to after 2019, we have Ministry of, that is MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So this merged these two offices, that is CSO office and NSSO office to form a new office called the National Statistical Office, NSO. Now after 2019 onwards, this NSO is computing all the national income matrices, right? So there is only one office, that is National Statistical Office. This performs the two tasks, that is data collection task and also computation of these metrics. So let's see the GDP definition. GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product. So it is basically the market value of all the final goods and services produced within a domestic territory of a country. So this is usually for a given time period, that is 1 year. So again I am repeating here the definition, very important. It is the market value, and it includes of what all the final goods and services, and they should be produced within a domestic territory of a country, and this is basically for a given time period, that is for 1 year. So I will brief you what it means here, what are the final goods and services and what is mean by domestic territory. So let's see here. So here final goods and services implies their intention must be profit motive, and they must be available in the market. So whatever the goods and services produced, those production intention is profit motive, and they are available in the market. So for example, if a curd is prepared by a mother, this basically not considered as a final good, because its intention was not profit motive. It is to serve all their family members, right? And even it is sometimes not produced, it is not produced in the market, as it is made at home for their family. So this, though it's a final good produced, this is not counted in a GDP computation, right? So what is meant by domestic territory here? So what are all the places that includes in a domestic territory? So first thing is, this includes all the territorial waters. This is basically up to 200 nautical miles in seas. Okay, that is usually we call it as the exclusive economic zones. So up to that, all the waters that comes under territorial domestic territory. And then we have all the territorial ships. So then we have all the aircrafts, territorial aircrafts, basically all the fishing vessels operated by normal residents of the country. So all the territorial ships means that the ships which are present in our territory, and also they are basically aircraft and fishing vessels. They all must be operated by normal residents of the country. And then we have Indian embassies, consulates located abroad. Okay, embassies, basically consulates, they will be located abroad, and those also comes under domestic territory of a country. Means all the goods and services produced in these areas, in these regions. So it could be territorial waters, it could be territorial ships, it could be aircrafts, it could be fishing vessels. So Indian embassies and consulates abroad. So these all comes under computation of a GDP. So apart from this, we have all the acquired areas also treated as domestic territory. So means the goods and services produced within these acquired areas also comes under computation of GDP. So what is not included in GDP computation, right? Let's see here. So here first thing is international areas, basically WHO or else UN agencies or else IMO, etc. They are present in our India, but they are not comes under domestic territory. Though they are present in India, they are not all the goods and services that are produced within these areas in India, they are not counted in the computation of GDP, right? So this is the first part. Next we have embassies, such as US Embassy in New Delhi. So these embassies, activities in these embassies also, they are not counted in, their activities, that is goods and services, are not counted in the computation of GDP, right? So even other activities such as underground economy, for example smuggling, etc. So these activities also, the economy, that is goods and services produced by these activities such as smuggling, they are also not counted in computing the GDP. Next we have non-marketed activities. So non-marketed activities include such as housework, unpaid child care, etc. So these activities, they don't come under computation of GDP. So next we have barter exchanges. What is meant by barter exchanges? Let us say I have some tomatoes, you have some rice. So I am exchanging my tomatoes with your rice. So this is not treated as this exchange. Though I produced something and I have given you something, and you produced something, you given me that, and these exchanges are not counted in the computation of GDP.